Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Mischa Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within.
Covert anger. How I saw that I did indeed have covert and subversive anger issues that were covert meaning I could justify them, right? I could justify my attitude, my loud voice, my good afternoon, my anger. I had anger issues, and although they weren't blatant enough to get me in literal trouble, but they were definitely bad enough to, I don't know if bad enough's the right word. I mean, good, bad, what's the universe got in order, in store? Anyway, let's just say that it definitely made for uncomfortable situations with my wife, with my boys. I have 2 boys. Relationships at work. Yeah, I raised my voice at work. It was okay for Misha to yell across the office at somebody that I needed something. Like, that's just not passive aggressive. That's aggressive aggressive, right? So if you're yelling across your office or across your house at people for things, that's aggressive. And perhaps there's some covert anger, subversive anger. But it's not for me to tell you that. You figure it out on your own. We're talking about me here. So, yes, I had an assistant at work named Jen. And Jen, I would passionately ask for things, meaning I would yell or raise my voice, or if things got tense in the mortgage business, which it can, I could be very stern. And then just, that's not cool. Anymore, I don't think that's cool. I try to come with love as much as possible. Like, tough love? What the hell is tough love? That. I was thinking about it as I'd written down covert anger as a topic. Like, it's like when your parents may have spanked you, or you spank your kids, or are, this is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. So I would challenge anybody listening to be like, okay, well, I'm not spanking anybody. My kids are out of the house. Or how are you consciously or subconsciously doing angry things and justifying it as, if you think about it and look deeply at it, this is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me. It's such a funny thought. So anyhow, I'm holy mackerel, walking up a steep hill as I'm recording this. I will stop for a second. So when it really came to a head for me, and again, let's say as well, not to beat this into the ground or beat a dead horse. It's funny the terms I'm using when I'm talking about covert anger. If you hear you raise your voice and then your response is, no, I'm just speaking passionately. Well, maybe you want to look at that. Those are issues that I would have. People would be like, yo, Misha, you don't need to raise your voice. And I'd be like, I'm not raising my voice. I'm just speaking passionately. And so I try to be aware of that today. So that can be from wives, kids, friends. Hell, if you're screaming at the TV because you like to watch news, and then your family gets to hear you angrily scream at the TV, well, maybe you should contemplate whether you want that energy flying around your house. All right, enough out of me in that regard. So, I would help my son Waylon with his homework, and went through a divorce, and so being at least a 50% dad, I all of a sudden was thrust into opportunities when Waylon was 7. When Waylon was 7 and Cooper was 9, to start helping with homework. In hindsight, I probably could have just hired a tutor and then kept my anger issues. So maybe my thrifty nature of I actually just was looking forward to helping. Well, I don't know if looking forward is the right word, but yeah, I'll help my kids with their homework, Yeah, so funny. Hey, if you've got kids out there and you're fighting with them, hire a tutor, and then you can keep your anger issues. So anyway, that's such a funny thought. So Cooper got the school system much sooner. So he was very low maintenance. Like, he was just like, yeah, I get it. I know what needs to be done. I can get it done. This, that, and the other. Waylon was a different story. He was 2 years behind, so maybe the light bulb went off at the same time it did, age-wise, as Cooper. But I would fight with Waylon. And I think anybody listening that has fought with their kids about homework, a common response is they get, well, all parents do that. Well, that's subversive and covert. That's how we justify it. Perhaps all parents do that, but that doesn't make it right. Or that doesn't mean we should learn how to do it less. Or that doesn't mean we shouldn't figure out how to have the same conversations with love. And why does it have to be frustrating? I think those are great questions. And I would challenge you that not every parent fights with their kids about homework. We find the people who will say, yes, I do that too. Anyway, I'm not here to browbeat myself or anybody else. I'm sure all of us, to justify it, have had moments where we have fought with our kids about homework. Or if you don't have kids, you can think about where you've fought with people. And, I'd be like, why did I fight about that? I swear I won't do it again, Waylon. I won't yell to the point of where you're sobbing in tears. Right? Like, that's just not cool. And I'm going to end this episode with this, and we're obviously going to have to go on to part 5. But I'm very lucky as a father to have had 2 experiences. First experience was demand respect, come with more angry, aggressive, my way or the highway type of stance. And I had this moment of clarity of, what if I tried it with love? And what's the fear of letting all that anger go and truly coming at it lovingly? And I've got to do both paths, and so I've got cool results. Anyway, look for part 5, I think it is. Peace out.
Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.